Welcome to Abruptly Authentic, where we delve into the stories of individuals who embody resilience and authenticity in the face of life's challenges. Today, with the 4th of July just passing, we have the honor of speaking with Micah Herndon, a Marine Corps veteran whose journey from the battlefield to the marathon tracks has captivated and inspired so many. Micah's story is one of courage, endurance, and an unyielding commitment to mental health. After serving multiple tours in Afghanistan, he returned home to face the invisible wounds of war, struggling with PTSD and the loss of fellow comrades. Yet through sheer determination and passion for running, Micah has transformed his pain into purpose. Join us as we explore his journey of healing, the importance of mental health awareness, and the incredible resilience that defines his path.
Highways of love. What's it gonna be? Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna go?
You know, Micah, it's really an honor to speak to you. I'm just so privileged that you decided to talk to us here on Abruptly Authentic. Thank you, first off and foremost.
Thank you for inviting me and having me, and it's going to be good.
For those that don't know your journey, and many probably do not that are tuning in, could you talk about it?
Yeah, so joined the Marines, right after high school. Had the aspirations of, growing up, always just wanting to, football, basketball, baseball player, playing in the major leagues and all that. And did pretty good in high school, got some offers and whatnot. Didn't pan out, but wouldn't change it, for the world, because what it set me up, the journey that, what I not just went through, but
Probably feels like it sometimes, huh?
yeah. It just seems like yesterday, but what it set me up to do in life has really fulfilled me, and I can look back and say I wouldn't change a thing. And so after high school, tried to play at D3. That didn't pan out too well. It really was kind of just lost because I didn't like school, hated school.
Why did you hate school?
I've always been directed towards sports, and that was pretty much the driving force. I'm the youngest of 5, 3 older brothers, 1 older sister, so I've always looked up to them, and they've always played sports, and school was just kind of you do it, like go through the motions, and then the bonus, the dessert was you get to play sports. So physical activity, everything grew up doing, and it was ingrained in my mind pretty much at a young age. Competition, sports, it's what it was. And sports, that camaraderie, that team feel, everyone wants to be a part of a team, you know what I mean? So,
Boy, isn't that the truth? I mean, and to just take a moment and talk about everybody wants to be a part of a team and how much that applies to in life in general.
absolutely.
Even if we take ourselves out of the sports context. Right?
Every avenue.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of it's built in our DNA.
There's like something really deep there as I'm listening to you say it. Everybody wants to be a part of a team.
Be a part of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
The human connection that you get with sports. And once that was no longer an option, I felt like I needed something more.
Mm-hmm.
So just going to school, afterwards, going to college, just Gen Pop, just I wanted something more out of life.
How did you get through that time in your life? And I know, I mean, it's going back, but do you remember what you did to cope at that time? Feeling that need to be a part of it, to want to be just like the brothers, the sister.
So everything that really, my brothers and my sister, they set me up. They were that father figure for me. And can't thank them enough. So, but they instilled that drive, that competitive spirit, and to be make something of yourself. You know what I mean?
I sure do know what you mean.
So, after doing a year in college, I wanted to be a teacher, but I hated school. The only reason I wanted to be a teacher is because I wanted to coach. So it didn't really make sense.
No,
you know what I mean?
It does. It does.
And I thought that was the only way to be a coach was to be a teacher, because all my teachers that I had growing up that made an impact on my life, they were coaches. Even that wasn't enough, though. I felt something I needed to. I had that itch to always be a part of something bigger. I always had an itch for the military, and at that time it was 2006, 2007.
Was that the bigger for you at that time? Like, you said you've had this itch for something bigger. I'm getting this like theme with you.
Yeah.
Was it the military?
Yeah. Okay. It's hands down. I always gave them, even when I was little, I always looked up to them. I decided to join the Marines, and I apologize to my mom now because I put her through hell, and I got 2 kids of my own now, and I can't imagine what that did to her. Her baby, joining the military, and no one else. Like, I'm the first of our family to do that, and her baby wants to join, and so.
Can you talk about that?
Told my mom after the college thing I wasn't fulfilled and really wanted to do something else that would I would have an interest in. And what really was the driving force behind it for me was to be a part of something bigger than myself. And from the advice I got from a buddy that just came back from early Iraq, which is pretty kinetic, he said, go all the way.
And what does go all the way mean in that regard?
Don't just be a reservist, do active duty. And I wholeheartedly respected him and took his advice. And
as you're going through these steps, does your mom know yet?
No.
Okay, so you're kind of feeling out the waters.
Yeah. And then
were you scared?
No.
When you have a buddy going, go all the way, like you're taking this to that place of.
I wasn't. That's what I felt. What it was a dry, like, I can't even put in. It's hard to put into words because I always say action over words, and a lot of the time people just talk, and there's no action, and I've always been about that, and that's it. It felt like it was embedded. That's what I was meant to do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was a calling. And
amen for callings.
Yeah. So
we all have them. It's if we decide to act upon them, right? And some people, I believe, really do, and some people don't.
It's a shame because fear is the biggest.
Fear is what keeps people from doing things like you did.
You really gotta believe that believe in something that's bigger than just, and that's where ego comes in.
Yeah. And even though a lot of you, I just have to interject here, might not relate to joining the military, I think what's coming out of your mouth are some of the most valuable life lessons for us all.
It's been ingrained, like, I had that early stuff ingrained from my brothers, my sister.
Yeah. So you get to the Marines.
Yeah, yeah. And I wanted, because I watched when I was in 7th or 8th grade, I watched the towers come down. And
Boy, we'll never forget that, will we?
no, like every...
Like I could like literally place myself where I was standing, what I was feeling, every moment of that moment.
Everyone knows exactly where they were,
Yep.
what they were doing.
Yep. It was when I decided to come back home, but what was it for you?
I didn't realize like the significance it would have, because I was just 7th, 8th grade, you
Yeah.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just worried about sports and all that.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I just started, reflecting on and then seeing older friends of my older brothers that have deployed and came back. And that's when it was like, it came full circle. It's like, those are my heroes. It's not the people you see on TV. It's not the people that you see in movies.
Yeah.
It's the people that are putting foot to ass and
Yep.
actually living that life.
Yep.
Instead of talking about it. And everyone has all these actors and whatnot, and athletes, that's cool, but my real heroes are the ones that, sign that dotted line, put their lives on the line for this country. Those are my heroes.
Mike, I couldn't agree more. All right. So now you're telling mom.
Yeah, so I got a job at the local rec center where I was, and out of all places, in the bathroom, I was just taking a bathroom break. They had a Marines had a recruiting stand set up, and I just got done pissing, and a recruiter was in there and doing his thing, and when we're on our way out, he just started small talking and everything, and I already had an interest in it. We struck up short conversation, and then like a week later, he was coming to the house, and I told my mom like a couple days before, just to give her a warning. Hey, met a Marine recruiter, and with the stuff that was going on at that time during Iraq, she wasn't the biggest fan at all. But
Meaning she did not want you to be involved.
yeah, because she saw stuff all in the news and everything, and
I got to say, I'm going right to my son and thinking if this were me,
yeah,
I think that's what every mom, dad watching is probably doing.
yeah,
And many of you have probably been in this place. And, you're so, I think as a parent, proud of what I want to say child, but obviously
yeah.
you're a grown adult when you're making these decisions. But how could you not be, as a mom or dad, afraid, right?
And
And scared
that's
and all the things.
yeah, and I'm still like, I got 2 little ones, and they 5 and 3, and they know a little bit. Mm-hmm. They're younger, but they know I was in the military and everything, but they don't know the depth of it. And
Of
like,
course.
the events.
One day they will, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. I have a feeling you're going to tell them all about it.
Yeah. And how I approach that, I have no idea, because
And you don't have to right now.
Yeah.
That's just like anything is going to come how it should when it's the right time,
Right.
you know? Like we say, divine timing.
Yeah, and just I need to remind myself, let go, let God.
Let go and let God.
That was ringing in my head the other day when I was on one of my long runs. Is just let go, let God.
Yeah.
Just
Let go and let God.
so.
Can I take a moment? Thank you. Thank you for what you have sacrificed and done for this country. I just feel the need. I know we're not I don't even know if we're halfway through this interview, but just listening to you, I have the urge to thank you.
It's always awkward. Like a response is like the go-to is like, thank you for your support. But I truly do appreciate you saying that, because I know what the Vietnam vets, what they came back to. I don't know it like firsthand, but I hear stories from them, how they were treated. I'm very grateful and thankful that the climate of what today's world sees the military as.
I am
So
above and beyond.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Let it be known.
But
all right. So now you're going.
Yeah.
And I want to hear what that was like.
Yeah. So I was headstrong already. I already made my mind up when I reached out to the Marine recruiter. My mom, she's the strongest person that I've known in my entire life. But
so she's one tough cookie, is what you're telling me.
She's the rock. She is instilled, the strength, the mental, emotional strength that is in all my brothers and sisters. At a very young age, her first husband, he was a Vietnam vet. They had 3 kids. Youngest was my brother Matt, 6 months old. He died of a heart attack.
It's 6 months old?
When my brother Matt was 6 months, died of a heart attack. And then she married my dad and had Josh and then myself. That didn't go well at all. She got divorced, and then she married Ore, which God put him there for a reason. He knew that she needed someone, and we needed that, guidance in our life. And he was everything and more than that. He was a father figure. He ended up dying from blood clot, just freak accident or whatever you call it, just dying. And so I was 9 or 10 when that happened. And so boom, boom.
Yeah.
So I'd pretty much...
The amount of tragedy
Yeah.
that you endured.
From 8 to 11, 12, I felt like I was growing up in funeral homes. When Ore passed, Jeff, he took that role and took me hunting, got my hunting license and everything, and then he passed unexpectedly, and it's just like,
wow,
what the f- going on here? You know what I mean? And I was, like I said, 8 to 11 years old when all that stuff happened. And when you're growing up in funeral homes, you learn, life comes at you at an early age pretty
At the
quick.
time, I don't know. You could answer this. I mean, did you even process it at that time?
I just knew that I would never see, or again, I'd never see Jeff again.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Like,
Yeah.
that's why, like, still to this day, I can't do open casket funerals, because it's like, brings me right back to that, you know, when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And so that kind of, like, my mom and everything, having to deal with all that and how she handled it. Toughest woman that I know. Strongest person that I know.
What's her name?
Beverly.
Beverly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before I left for Iraq, like, the whole purpose of me joining, I wanted to go fight because I saw, you know, the towers come down and everything, and so headstrong. I wanted to go fight. So at that time, it came down, whenever I got to my duty station, it came down to me and another PFC, because there's a group going out, and we got disciplined pretty good in boot camp. And so we knew our general, or I knew my general orders like the back of my hand, and he rattled off a general order. He said, first one to get it gets to go. And it was me and this other PFC, and rattled off right away, verbatim, and that's how I was able to go on the Iraq deployment. So I was like, yes, finally.
Yeah.
So
It sounds like that for you, you know? It was like, here I am.
yeah.
All right. So now you're there.
And
What was that like?
it was, when we got there, I think it was March of '08. I think we got there. We're in Karma. It's right outside Fallujah. It was kind of like drawn down at that point, but we still had, when you're rolling through Fallujah, it's a 3D war space. When you're rolling through the streets, you got multiple, you know, different level houses and whatnot. When you're a machine gunner on top, it's pretty sketchy, because at any point they could just drop, you know, a grenade, or like what they always did, like pop shots over the ledge and whatnot. They wouldn't do it toward the front of the convoy, because because you have all these up guns, all the machine guns after the first vehicle. And for the Iraq deployment, I was my gunnery sergeant's machine gunner. I was in the last vehicle, and so I would get a lot of pop shots on my turret and whatnot, and that scares the shit out of you a little bit, especially when you see it like spider on the glass, and it's like, oh, that one was fucking meant for me.
Wow.
What we were trying to do over there, we built a couple schools over there for the kids, and we were giving them aid and food and whatnot. So that was like the first half of the Iraq deployment, you know, just pop shots, random pop shots and whatnot. And on my 21st birthday, I watched one of my best friends. He was the lead machine gunner. He got hit with an IED, and it was pretty sketchy because it was at nighttime. We were doing blackout, which NVGs, no lights on and whatnot. And he got hit, and we all heard it. So I was the last vehicle, and so our tactics at that time, the last vehicle is we had the most room for casualties and whatnot. So at that time during Iraq, they were daisy chaining too. So they would plant one IED because they knew our dispersion. That's all they did is watch our convoys every day. They knew our dispersion between the vehicles, how many meters and whatnot. So they would set a bomb and then run the length of the detonation cord to the next bomb, depending on what they observed. And they came out with it's a chess game. That's all. War is a chess game. It sucks because we come out with something to deter them. They come out with something to defeat what we just came out with. And so we came out with mine rollers, which is in front of the first vehicle. It defeats any pressure plate IEDs, which pressure plate is two pieces of wood, something in between them. When you run it over, they make contact, and there's contacts that run to a cord, to HME, homemade explosive, and that runs, to the bomb. And so we came out with that mine roller to defeat the pressure plate IED. So right when you run it over, they get blown up. So they start offsetting the pressure plate. They knew the distance from the mine roller to the main cab. So they put the pressure plate out there, but they extended the cord to the HME for the main cab. And that's what we got hit in Iraq. And I'll never forget it, because obviously 21st birthday, 99% of Americans, 21st, woo, let's get wasted and whatnot. I was watching my best friend get blown up. And once we came from the rear, we cleared for secondaries, daisy chains and whatnot. We cleared, we drove our truck up. First word, once we got my gunner into our vehicle, first words, he came down on the buttstock of his gun. Big old, it split him wide open on his chin, bleeding everywhere. And his first words to me was,
This is your best friend?
Yeah, he was, "Happy birthday, mother." Like, that level of camaraderie and brotherhood, the dude just had his life flash before his eyes. And he was worried about saying happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
And, like, so people wonder what it's, why Marines are the way that they are. That's just a small little sample of the brotherhood that we have.
I'm so sorry for that.
This won't be the first time I cry on this shit.
No,
You got tissues or something?
Highways of love. What's it gonna be? Are you gonna stay? Are you gonna